Have you ever eaten just because you felt something like stress or anger, boredom, happiness, but you weren't even really hungry? Maybe you found yourself reaching for food to deal with the weight of emotions you're feeling and you just don't want to deal with them. If that sounds familiar, then stick around because today we're going to talk about how you can deal with those emotions without turning to food and use a powerful, powerful tool that can transform how you handle those feelings and how you relate to food. And it's as simple as a notepad and a paper. Hi there, I'm Easter, and welcome to my channel where we work towards achieving a healthy mind, healthy body, and healthy spirit. If you're here, I'm betting that you sometimes wrestle with emotional eating, binging, or just feeling completely out of control with food at times. You are not alone. I've been there too. And at 350 pounds 2 years ago, my emotions were being eaten up pound by pound by pound every minute of the day. Food was my go-to whenever I needed distraction, whenever I was bored, or when I needed comfort. But what if I told you that journaling could be the key to understanding why you turn to food at all in those moments and give you a powerful resource to enable you to stop doing so? Today, we're going to take a good hard look at how journaling can help you identify your emotions, process them in a healthier way, and help you break that nasty cycle of turning to food to deal with your emotions. This is not a quick fix, but it is a game changer in your weight loss journey that can change how and why you turn to food permanently, in how you approach your weight loss journey, and more importantly, in how you heal emotionally. My journaling journey, I like that. This is the app that I use. It's called Diarium. Now I've got it pink because pink's my color, and this is what it looks like when it's closed. Whatever you'd like to journal. Let's talk about emotional eating first because that's why we're here. We've all been there, right? When we're feeling something intense. Now, intense doesn't always have to be negative, it can be intensely happy. When we're feeling off, when we're feeling bored, mad, sad, stressed, happy, celebrating, or agitated, my go to was food. I sought the quick fix, the potato chips, the ice cream, the popcorn, whatever your go to may look like. Whatever gives us that quick fix in the moment. And that fix lasts 3 seconds long. What a ripoff. You get so excited to have this food, you want that emotional release, and 3 seconds of flavor in your mouth and it's gone. Ripoff. So you have it again and again and again. And you get numbed for a few minutes, maybe a few minutes, then the food is gone. The feelings start to creep back in again, and you're back to the food again. And then you feel guilty because you've had so much food that you're eating again because of the guilt. The cycle is vicious and it's endless, and it's time to stop the cycle and seek a manner of dealing with your emotions that's kind to yourself, that's healthy, and that actually is going to deal with them instead of cover them over for a moment. This is where journaling comes in. When you sit down to write, it forces you to pause. Pausing is good. Instead of reaching for food, you're reaching for your journal. You start to pour your heart out, your emotions, your thoughts, your feelings, your frustration, your anger, your stresses, or even confusion. It's about giving those emotions space to exist. When you write down your feelings, it takes away some of the power of the feelings because they're not just churning inside you. You've now released them. They're coming out of you. You're going to start to see patterns. You're going to see the things that trigger you, the emotions that pop up over and over again. And the awareness is powerful. And you process those feelings without turning to food. Here's an example. You've had a bad day, a really bad day. Your instinct is to go home and run into the kitchen. But instead, you pause, you grab your journal, and you start to write. Now, I'm not saying you have to be eloquent and write these fancy paragraphs or 10,000 words. You just get the feelings out. Sometimes I just bullet point really quickly because I'm so full of whatever's going on inside me. I go back later, I fill in the blanks, but maybe you don't fill in the blanks. But the point is, get it down on paper, get it down in your notepad or get it down in your journal. Write down what happened. How did it make you feel? And how are you feeling now? Maybe you're frustrated, maybe you feel unappreciated, or maybe you're just bored or overwhelmed. By identifying those emotions, you're no longer eating to cover them up. You're actually processing them and dealing with them head on. Journaling is also an incredibly mindful activity. When you're writing, you are fully in the moment. You're not numbing out or going on autopilot like you would when you're emotionally eating. You're actually taking time to write down your thoughts, write down your feelings, and your triggers in a way that's productive and healing. Let's go back and talk about that autopilot for a minute. How often do you find yourself emotionally eating, binging, and getting halfway through a bag of chips or some other food, eating so mindlessly that you don't even realize you're doing it until you're halfway through? Journaling helps interrupt that pattern. It creates a pause, a space to check in with yourself. How am I feeling? Why am I reaching for food right now? What is really going on? Over time, this process of checking in with yourself and journaling your feelings is going to become very natural. You'll catch yourself reaching for your journal instead of food over time. It takes time, but it does happen. You'll catch yourself before you mindlessly eat because you've trained yourself to now release and process your feelings in a healthy, safe way. And the beauty of mindfulness is that it's not about perfection. It's about becoming more self-aware. One other little side note on eating, and one viewer talked to me about this, and I think it's important to talk about because it's something I experienced. Many of us who are emotional eaters, compulsive eaters, unintentional, mindless eaters, we are secretive eaters too. We are secretive. We don't tell anybody. We don't tell ourselves. We're dishonest. We're dishonest with ourselves. Guess what? Everybody knows you overeat when you're 350 pounds, Easter. I thought I was keeping it secret by stuffing the food behind my pillows, putting everything in the wardrobe over there, the 56 Tim Hortons boxes. But it was no secret that I was overeating. No secret at all. Don't lie to yourself. Don't keep secrets from yourself. Be honest. Be kind. And let's get those truths out into a journal. It's a safe place. And you don't have to have secrets, and you don't have to have shame about eating anymore. When you're journaling, there's no one to hide from. It's just you and the page. And in that space, I recommend you be brutally honest with yourself. Don't keep secrets. I found early on in my journaling that I tended to want to flower things up a little bit, talk about a situation that may be a little bit hurtful and hurt my feelings, and embellish that person a little bit to be a little bit better than they were, or embellish my intentions to being better than they were, or embellish my actions to being better than they were. But then I thought, I'm journaling. I'm supposed to be doing this to have a better life, and I'm actually kind of being dishonest with myself. So I'd hit the delete button, delete, go back, redo it. I'd feel raw, I'd feel vulnerable, but it's just me and my journal. And I have a double passcode on it, so it is a safe place for me to be completely honest with myself. The more honest you are in your journal, the more you peel back those layers that need healing and lead you to eating in the first, that lead you to overeating in the first place. When you write down what you're feeling and you pause before you eat, you're actually stopping that pattern of avoidance and secrecy. Journaling makes you accountable to yourself in a way that is gentle but also very real. You may you may even surprise yourself with the insights that you gain about yourself. I sure did. I still do. When I fully open up on a page, sometimes I'm shocked with the things that come out. And you're going to find the same things. You're going to find the same thing. I want to talk to those of you who have emotional scars from the past or trauma and how journaling can help you. Now, first of all, journaling doesn't replace professional help. If you are really suffering and you need professional help, please seek professional help. Whether it's heartbreak or circumstances that have disappointed you or situations that have come up in life or those traumas and things that happened to us that we just didn't deserve and never fully processed, many of us turned to food because of those things. Many of us gained a lot of weight because of those things. Food became the way I soothed myself to deal with those things, and I'm sure you're here because of the same reason, because you do the same thing. But when you journal, you begin to face those old hurts in a way that is safe and healing. Writing gives you a safe place to explore that pain, your fears, and your past without needing to turn to food for comfort. Facing the things of our past and the hurts we have can feel daunting, but facing those feelings head on is one of the most rewarding things you'll ever do for yourself. When I was 200 pounds heavier, I used food to numb those feelings. But when I started journaling, some of those things came out one by one. I dealt with them. Little by little, I worked through my pain and I changed the relationship that I have with food. Instead of using food to cope, I used my journal. I journaled about things I've been avoiding for years, for decades even. And it gave me a sense of release, a release that food could never provide. Your journal becomes a place to release those old wounds, write them down, look at them, process them, let go of them, and start building a healthier, more compassionate relationship with yourself. I want to emphasize that journaling is not a quick fix. Journaling is a lifelong relationship with yourself. It's a tool you can use the rest of your life. It will grow with you as you continue your weight loss journey. Your journal will become a reflection of your progress, your growth, and your resilience. Some days you might write pages and pages and pages, which I tend to do. Some days you might just write down a few sentences. It's not important how you write. It's important that you're getting your feelings out, getting the situations out, getting the trauma out. Whatever works for the day is okay. The important thing is you keep showing up, you keep at it, you make it a lifelong habit. Even if you're not sure what to write, just fly it off on bullets like I said. Doesn't matter what you write, you just get it out. Start with how you're feeling in the moment. Over time, you're going to develop a deeper understanding of yourself, the patterns of your thoughts and emotions, and the triggers that led you to the food and that set you off. This is key to lasting change. So here's my challenge to you. Grab a journal, and that can be in any format you want. Your phone, your laptop, a notebook, a pen and paper, a napkin and pen, whatever you've got. Put down some feelings. Put down some of your emotions. Next time something rises up, stop. Don't turn to the kitchen. Don't turn to the place you have the sneaky food put away. That's Mario, by the way. So grab that journal, write down how you feel before you eat. Write about your day. Write about the things that stressed you, the things that you're happy about. Write about things that irritated you, things that you didn't get done and want to get done. Be honest, even if it's a little bit uncomfortable, because journaling is a place for you to grow. And by being completely honest, you will do so. And you'll become much more mindful of your relationship with food. If you're willing to take this step, comment below. Tell me you're going to start journaling, and I'd love to hear how it helps you along the way. If you, like me, are already an avid journaler, comment below and talk about how it helps you. It may prompt others to pick up this incredible tool as well. Let's support each other in this process. Remember, you are worthy of the time it takes to heal. You're worthy of the self-awareness and self-compassion that journaling can bring. You deserve to have a healthy relationship with food, but more importantly, you deserve to have a healthy relationship with yourself. If this video resonated with you, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe. Come back for more because I have lots and lots of tips for you and many more videos coming. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, take care.